Hello and welcome to Create Crochet with me, Rebecca. In this video we're going to be doing our pointy star crochet along. So we're going to start in the middle here and we're going to work our way up. We're going to do the petals and then make it into a square. So let's get on and make. So starting with our first yarn, we're going to make a simple slip knot, and from here we are going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and then we're going to come to the first chain that we made and do a slip knot to form a ring. So into the chain and come through. So now you have this nice little ring here and you have the tail end. When we do the next lot of stitches, make sure your tail end is lying over your chain so you don't have to weave in that end. Okay, so we're going to make 18 single crochet. So from here, chain 1. That does not count as a stitch, that just counts as getting us to the height that we need for our single crochet. So 1, and a single crochet is just into this big loop and pull up a loop, making sure that the tail end is tucked in for 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and come through both. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm confident that this tail end isn't going to come out again, so I'm just going to snip it off close to my work but without cutting my work, and just have that tail end over there removed, don't need it. So that was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. And then we're going to come to the first single crochet that we made and slip stitch. We're not going to slip stitch into the chain because again that chain was just there to give us the height that we needed for the single crochets to sit correctly. That's what you should have round about now. So this round that we're about to do is your setup round to do your first row of proper petals. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to skip 2. This is not a skippable stitch because that is where your chain comes out of. So we're going to skip 1, 2 and into the third, and we're going to give it a single crochet just to anchor it really well. And that's a pattern repeat. So 1, 2, 3, skip 2, into the third for a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, skip 2 and into the third, single crochet, and at the end of this round you should have 6 chain 3 spaces in order to do the first round of petals. So let's just have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip the 2 for 5, and then the 6th one we're going to anchor into that first single crochet that we made, at the base of the chain that we started off with, so this one here, and single crochet. So now we're going to do our first round of petals. We're going to slip stitch into the chain 3 space and do a single crochet. We're going to do 1, and this is a double crochet, so yarn over into the chain 3 loop, take off 2, take off 2 for 2 double crochet, and this is our third. On the third, we're going to do our picot. So that's 1, 2, 3 chains. Now I do my picot slightly different because I like my chain 3 picot to be part of my actual petal. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to slip stitch into the third chain down, the first chain that we made here. Can you see where this loop is here? This one, it kind of goes around our chain, seemingly around our chain. I'm going to put my hook in there, and then it wants to go into that bar there and do a slip stitch, and then do 2 more double crochet, 1, 2, and a single crochet. So that chain 3 space is working really quite hard, but that is what our first petal looks like. So if you see, this picot here is actually part of the petal as opposed to being quite disjointed, and that's what I like to see. So into this one, we'll do the next petal together. Into this one you're going to do a single crochet. Then we're going to do 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. Picot, 1, 2, 3 chain. Just take out some more yarn. So if you're looking at it from this angle, it's those 2 bars there. So that's where we're going to put our hook, yarn over, come through that and come through that. 2 more double crochet, 1 and 2, and then to finish the petal off, a single crochet. So that's what it should look like. So you carry on and go around and do 4 more, and I will join you back round here. So we've come all the way around, and I've just done my last single crochet, so I'm going to slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made. And that is what your first row of petals should start to look like. Now I'm just untangling a yarn as I'm talking. With regards to flowers, every single flower is individual, so if yours doesn't look directly like mine, that's absolutely fine. What is important is that you've got the right amount of stitches, because if you don't, that will affect the next round. I've got a massive knot in my yarn. Okay, so moving on. Turn your work and chain 1. So now we need to do the setup for the next lot of petals that we're going to do. So just chain 1. We're going to come, my yarn is a little bit fluffy, but I should still be able to show you. We're going to come right into the middle of these 2 petals and all of the petals going along. We want to make sure that we do right at the base here. So into this section here. And we're going to come through, it's a little bit hard, come through and do a single crochet, and then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming across to in between these 2 petals here. Can you see where the petals are sitting? And you should be able to feel it. It's a bit of a lump that goes around. That was the chain that these guys came out of, and it's across that chain that we want to do the single crochet to anchor the chain 5 space. So feeling in there, go around that chain to do a single crochet and chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in between the next 2 going around that chain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again you should have 6 chain 5 spaces going around that chain. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's a little bit fiddly, just go with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because it's worth it to get the layered effects of the petals. Now I'm coming up to my last one, so I just want to make sure that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So yes, this will be my 6th, so I haven't missed anything out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, we're doing this on the back of our work. So we're going to go into that first single crochet anchor that we made, not the chain one that we made. The chain one that we made was just to bring our work down to here, and turn your work for the next round of petals. So we're going to increase the size of petals, but the performance is the same, the format is the same. Single crochet. Okay, and now we're going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, exactly the same picot situation as we did in the previous round. 3 chain, 1, 2 and then 1 more for 3, and slip stitch to the base of where the chain comes from, not the actual chain, and then 3 more double crochet, which gives us 7 double crochet in total with the picot in the middle, and then finish the petal off with a single crochet. The single crochet pulls the petal into this kind of shape, and that is what the larger of the petal should look like. So you carry on and do the next 5, and I'll meet you back here. Just finish my last single crochet. To finish the round, finding the first single crochet that you came to, you're just going to slip stitch into there. Mine's a little bit hidden for some reason, a bit weird, but never mind. So slip stitch into the first single crochet that you made, and that completes that round of petals. Still got that massive knot in my yarn. I tried sorting it out, but it wasn't having it. So now we need to do the next setup round. So chain 1 and turn your work. Same principle as before, we're going to anchor it into the chain that we made here. The chain 1 is just long enough to get us down to that chain to single crochet, and we're going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Come in between, come in between the 2 petals and anchor it with a single crochet to that chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in between the next 2 petals to anchor here for a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In between the next 2 petals, around the chain, not into the chain, but around the chain to anchor it with the single crochet. And again, at the end of this, there should be 6 chain 7s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In between the 2 petals. So really it's in between the 2 single crochets. You know, you start off the petal with a single crochet and finish it with a single crochet. That's where you're going for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feeling where that chain is, if it makes life easier. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Into the first single crochet that we made, for a slip stitch, and turn your work. So when you turn your work, you're always doing the petals on the front side. So this time we'll be making 9 double crochet in total with the picot on the 5th. So single crochet into that chain 7 loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Sorry, just take out some more yarn. This yarn is really pretty and it is actually really nice to work with, but for some reason the ball I've got here has got a massive knot in it. That's okay, nothing we can't handle. So then we need to do the chain 3. 1, 2, 3 picot as normal to the base for a slip stitch, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet, single crochet to finish, single crochet to start. So when we do the single crochet to anchor the setup chain, it's in between those 2 single crochets where you're going to go. So you carry on and do this round. I'm going to have a go at sorting out this knot, and I'll see you back here. So you've come all the way round and you've slip stitched to the first single crochet that you made. From here, chain 1, and we are done with this first colour. So cutting off enough that you feel comfortable to weave in, just pull the loop through. The chain 1 I always do because it just creates a better knot when you fasten off your yarn. So it's not part of the pattern, it's just a security device. Even if you're not changing colour and you want one solid colour, follow the method exactly how I'm doing it here. So with the new colour, we're going to make our slip knot like so. And remember how we did the chains here and we fastened it up to the previous chain? We're going to do exactly the same here. So turning our work over, we're now going to come to this section here, which is right in between our petals, and it was our single crochet to secure where our petal, our chain continued. So we're going to, around here, this is where we're going to fix our setup round to make the actual square. So bare hook around that whole section, bring your yarn on and come through, and from here we are going to chain 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and again we're going to go all the way around in exactly this method. So around here, single crochet and chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to the next one and single crochet around, and what you'll see from the other side is just a little bit of blue, and that's exactly what we want. So you go ahead and do all 6 of those, and I will meet you back round here. So coming back round, and I'm just going to slip stitch where we began, and then catching your tail loop up, you're going to slip stitch into the first of the chain 8 spaces. And what we mean by chain 8 spaces is what we've literally just achieved. So from here you're going to chain 1, 2, 3. That chain 3 gives us the height of a double crochet and also counts as our first one. Okay, So we're going to now double crochet 10 into this first gap here. It's not going to be the same all the way around, so please don't skip forward on the video. Please try and follow what we're doing here. So that counts as our first one, and then we need to do 10 actual double crochets into this space here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that sun has just come out. I hope that lighting is okay for you. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to cut off this tail end now. I'm happy that that's secure. 9 and 10. And then we move to the next one, and the way we do that is just simply to go ahead and crochet straight into it. So we're going to double crochet 3, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and double crochet 3, 1, 2 and 3. Now I'm going to pause there, because what that does is double crochet 3, the chain 2, double crochet 3 gives us our corner. So please remember that when we're going round on this round. If you find that when you're double crocheting into your chain 8 gap you're running out of space, just use your stitches along a bit. They're quite happy to do that, so it kind of gives us a point here. So after the corner we need to do 4 more double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving to the next one, we need to do 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and now we do part of a corner in this one. So we're going to double crochet 3, 1, 2 and 3, chain 2 and double crochet 1 of our 3 double crochet to make our corner, so the other 2 need to go into the next one. So that's 1 and 2. Then we need to carry on and do 9 more double crochet on the straight, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And then we do our corner into this next one, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then 1, 2 and 3. Okay, with me so far? 4 more double crochet into this one. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So into this one you're going to do 6 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and then we're going to do our corner, which is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and then slip stitch to the 3rd chain where you began, which is classed as your first double crochet. So what you've got now is what you should have is a square to which to work from. It might look a little bit wonky and a little bit disjointed, but that's absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. It will kind of sort itself out. So in between each of these two double crochet gaps, you should have 16 double crochet in total, and that's 16 double crochet, 16, 16, 16, and don't forget your chain 3 classes as a double crochet. Now moving on to the next round, you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to make your corners in exactly the same way. This isn't going to be the same for all of the other rounds, so please again don't skip forward or stop the video right now. We do need to adjust these corners as we go round, otherwise your work just ends up being particularly baggy. So for this round you're going to do the corners in the same way: 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So into each and every double crochet that you come to. So I'll start with you. So we'll just go ahead and double crochet into each of our previous rounds double crochet. So that's through both of those loops there and come through. Going all the way to the corner, and this row, this round will sort out where the straight edges of the square are, where the square edges are, and where are the straights of your square. Gosh, that really wasn't easy to say. I apologise for that. Goodness me. Bit of a tongue twister that one. Say it 3 times fast. So all the way to our corner. Don't forget that last little one there. And then we're going to go into this chain 2 space, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and back into the same place for 3 double crochet. And then off we go again on our straight edge. So that's what your work will start to look like. And go all the way around and I will meet you back where we did our chain 3. So that's round 10 completed, and you've slip stitched to the top of your chain 3. Now in between your chain 2 you should have 22 double crochet all the way around. So 22 there, 22 there, all together. So this corner is going to be different to our previous rounds. So get all the way to your corner, and then what you're going to do in the corner is, instead of doing 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, you're going to do 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. So you're decreasing the amount of stitches that you're doing in the corner. So off you go, and I will join you back here, and I'll explain how to do the corners of the last round. So after you've completed that round, you'll go ahead and do round 12. Now round 12 you're going to chain 3 to get you to the same height, which also classes as a double crochet, and then you're just going to simply go all the way round, and into the corner you're going to do 3 double crochet with no chain 3 gaps. Once you've done all the way round, slip stitch to the top of your chain 3, so the third chain, last chain that you made, and then chain 1. Again, that chain 1 doesn't count as anything to do with the pattern other than to secure this end, of which you can now weave in. So that is our pointy flower. Thank you so much for watching Create Crochet Along. I do hope to see you for our next one, and I'll see you then. Bye!